goes. Excuse me. That's probably for the boat rides over there, yeah. See the airboats? You see them big old boats with the big fans on them?
No. Is that it?
Yeah. Emma, you ready to see gators? Don't be scared, baby. Ooh. Feels funny walking on it, right?
Down here, guys.
Ooh. Bouncy.
You guys got 5 in your group, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got another group of 5 over here. Another group.
What happened? You scared already?
Check 1, check 2, check.
Microphone check too. Smell that?
Yeah.
That's the water.
That's weird.
All right, my friends. Again, good morning and welcome. I'm Captain Jimbo. Welcome aboard my boat today.
All right, Jimbo.
We'll be out here for just about an hour, taking a look around, seeing what we can find. So enjoy the ride, everybody. Let's have a good time.
See how it's cool now? Wait, there's probably some bass down there.
Big mouth.
Largemouth, not big mouth. Thank you. See a bunch of lily pads.
All right, my friends. So we are just about ready now and in position to take our very first speed trail. We're going to zip straight ahead of us down the far end of this waterway. So I'm going to ask you now to please help us balance the boat, please. Please do about half on one side, half on the other side, please.
Hold on,
Slow down
Emma.
at the end. You can sit where you're comfortable. Thanks so much, everybody. We're going to speed things up a little bit now.
She's a little
Here we go.
Here we go. Watch how fast we go.
some sun. He's moving his head back and forth like he's laughing at us.
He jamming.
He's got his Bluetooth on.
That's so cool.
It's ready to.
We gotta stop and say hello to this little guy.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
Did you see a gator?
Yes.
When was the last time you've been to a gator that close?
I don't know.
Okay, left-hand side, you're gonna be up first.
Water like that,
You gotta try to keep the wind here in our nose.
and the snout sticking out the water, and
We
that's
have
how
a
you can
juvenile
tell
gator.
it's
This
a
guy's
gator.
got a lot of growing to do. Small fella. Look at this little guy. He's adorable.
That's about as long as you.
Right-hand side, let's get a look.
Come over here, Emma. Look how fast he swims. Oh boy. Look at him, look at him. Oh, look, he's got a scar.
Remember, guys,
Yeah.
always keep your hands in the boats.
See the
These little
scar?
guys
Yeah,
are
it's
cute,
right
but they will
there.
bite your fingers off.
He's looking right at you. Oh boy. Look at his eyes. Man, this is awesome for the GoPro. This is really good. Oh boy.
Here, turn and give me a thumbs up.
He's coming way too. Oh, he's missing. Oh no, I thought he was missing a foot.
Look at him.
Hi there, baby. Hey there, little guy. I love you, little guy. You cute?
Man, he really wants my leg.
Left-hand side. right now. We're not going to be going far this time. This will be our short run. Stay where you're seated. Hold on to yourselves and any loose items you may have. We're going to speed things up for just a little bit. Here we go. How small he is. I want you guys on the right hand side to see this cute gator. Spot. Can you see him on the right?
Yes.
I don't want to run the little guy over.
Pretty cool, huh? I don't think it's big as that. Hanging out.
At our 10 o'clock. Big, beautiful, rare bird. You guys on the left, check out the great white heron. You guys on the right, you see the gator, and then we'll spin. The great white heron is rare. One of the largest birds that live out here in the Everglades. She'll grow over 4 feet tall, and she has over a 6-foot wingspan. Big, beautiful. Whoa, 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 here we go, guys. Left hand side, there's a gator over here.
That's a big
Nice size gator. Nice size gator. Just heard us coming, swimming out from that grass.
Is this fourth one?
We gotta turn this boat around. We're running out of room.
Whoa, perfect. Big guy.
Uh-oh, Blake, you better watch out.
All right, we got a full-size gator coming near our boat.
There's a little tune here.
Look how big that one is.
Nope, nope, you don't wait. Turn around. That's bigger than Lily's head.
That's a big one.
Oh, look at this one. You can see it in my It's a book.
Let's get a look on the right-hand side, guys.
Come right to you.
Big gators like this, guys, they have 80 teeth. 80 teeth in that big mouth of his. 40 teeth on top, 40 teeth on the bottom. Keep your hands in the boats, guys. He will bite your hand off.
What do you think, Rod?
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Big boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big daddy. Big daddy alligator.
Whoa! Look what else has showed up there. Huh. Hey guys, this is strange. We got a beautiful, rare big bird. Left-hand side, guys. Now, for you guys on the left, we got the great white heron. The great white heron is right there in that tall grass on the left at our 10 o'clock. Big, beautiful, rare bird. You guys on the left, check out the great white heron. You guys on the right, you see the gator, and then we'll spin. The great white heron is rare. One of the largest birds that live out here in the Everglades. She'll grow over 4 feet tall, and she has over a 6-foot wingspan. Big, beautiful, and rare. I was looking at the alligator, and then I saw her behind me. I'm like, whoa! Okay, my friends on the right. You gotta see the great white heron. We'll still play with the alligator a little more.
Where the alligator? Oh,
She might fly away. Swimming on the opposite side. You guys will see him on the right-hand side. He was in the middle, and he swam the other way.
Oh, it's right there, Eddie.
limited. I'm going to do a quick spin. My friends, please do me a final favor. We're going to feel the wind a lot more when we come out of this canal. We could have a bumpy landing on the dock. So I'm going to ask you to please stay seated till we're all tied up. I've seen people fall over and hurt themselves, drop their phones in the water. It happens a lot. Please stay seated till we're all tied up, then we got nothing to worry about. I'm Captain Jimbo. I'm going to see you guys on the dock in just a few. Thanks for visiting the park. Safe travels, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, everybody. See you on the dock. God bless you guys.
That was a good ride.
That was a good ride. That was fun. How many gators did we see?
6.
6?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
it
we
was
saw
like
like
20.
3 juveniles and like
Oh, look at the birds.
halfway grown. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
That's
but
fine. Like you're almost halfway. Now we're gonna go see Gator wrestling. That's more like me and Mom playing around in bed.
Oh.
Just wrestling.
I want to hold a baby gator though. That would be fun. Holding a baby gator again.
Again? When's the first time?
We went to the museum.
The other one looks green, like. I always get stuck in the back.
In the back?
Yeah, I always get stuck in the back.
Yeah, I hate those things. They give me the creeps. That's just jokes. That's just jokes. All right, before we get started, I do want to explain a few things about these alligators I use in my gator shows. All the gators you see in this pit are what's known as nuisance alligators, especially you. That means they all came out of somebody's backyard, pond, canal, swimming pool, came off a golf course, ate the neighbor's dog, something like that. If you have a nuisance alligator, a trapper is usually called out. Hopefully for you and your pets, he catches, removes the alligator. Doesn't matter if the alligator is 3 feet or 13 feet. It takes them 5 minutes or 5 weeks. They charge you the same price every time. That price is nothing. Alligator removal, absolutely free in the state of Florida. You got a raccoon in the attic, about 400 bucks. It's an 11-foot alligator in the backyard killing grandma. But don't worry, that's free. Too many grandmas in here? Yeah. It's like the first time that joke bombed in 20 years. This is going to be a long show. Alligator removal is free because the alligator itself is the payment. The trapper gets to keep the alligator, which he would take to a processing plant where they will kill it and he then gets paid for the valuable meat and hide. That's where you get alligator boots, belts, handbags, wallets, all that kind of stuff. State of Florida kills about 8,000 nuisance alligators every single year. And mainly just because they swam through somebody's backyard canal a few times. State of Florida is also pretty smart. They save a tremendous amount of money, but more importantly for them, they save the liability by not hiring and paying a trapper. Just let them keep and harvest the animal. That way when a trapper's arm gets ripped off, there's no workman's compensation to worry about, no disability. They just scratch some name off a list and get a new trapper. Now the lucky ones, alligator said is, I will buy off those trappers, or I trap myself. I am a licensed trapper here in the state of Florida. And yes, that was my mother's dream for me, the day that I was born in Massachusetts. But I smelled something, massholes everywhere. I'm a proud masshole. No problem with that. And you can't leave yet, son. Hey, are you leaving? Your keys are on my desk. All right. Again, one of a few, if not the only committed non-kill trapper in the whole state. There's not too many non-kill trappers in the state because, quite frankly, not many people are dumb enough to work 30 to 60 hours a week for free. especially trying to save an animal that would love to rip your face off the first time that you meet them. Now, when I get a gator, they will generally come in the hands. It's a ramp right there, knucklehead. When I get a gator, they will generally come here overnight and then get relocated to Wildlife Sanctuary down in Homestead. They can never truly go back to the wild. Any nuisance alligator that exceeds 4 feet in length, according to Florida state law, must be kept in captivity or be destroyed. Only 2 options. They tried to relocate these guys in the wild years ago, way back when they were endangered. Back then, if a gator ate your dog, they put them 50 miles out in the Everglades. 2 months later, your new puppy would vanish. That same gator found his way home. So they relocate him a second time to an even more remote location. 4 or 5 months later, you turn around somehow, some way, he's back at the house and won't leave. My sister had a boyfriend like that one time. No, trust me, him I got rid of. Thanks, guys.
I get it.
Yeah, go ahead, laugh. Make it seem like that didn't really happen. You guys are adorable. Now, what we do in this pit is alligator wrestling, kind of, sort of. There's 3 guys, 1 girl that actually volunteer their time here to do these shows. We're not employees of the park, and that is due to liability again. Same as Trapper. Apparently, all lawyers think alligators are absolutely ferocious. Therefore, the only money we do take in, believe it or not, does come solely through the donation basket you see down the end. On the 2 days a week that I'm here, the money goes to the alligators. That's what I use to pay for the food, the vet bills, buying the gators off the other trappers, enclosures for sick and injured animals, equipment to catch these guys. That is what essentially funds the whole rescue. Now, the alligator wrestling itself, that is not like wrestling on television, and yes, I actually have to say that. Some people really think there's going to be like headlocks, body slams, and young boys in particular get really disappointed. Because right now, my man's hoping I grab a folding chair and start smashing alligators in the head. Not that kind of wrestling. If you came to see the old man versus beast thing, you're in the wrong place. These guys are part of my family in here. I'm not going to kick, punch, or hurt the alligator in any way. I'm not going to run around poking, jabbing at him with a stick like some Everbilly. They're not going to attack me, sorry. All alligator wrestling really is the old Seminole Indian capture techniques mimicked in a pit like this with a few stunts thrown in. Now, for those of you that may be familiar with a television show I had on Animal Planet called Gator Boys, or any one of the crocodile documentaries I've filmed over the years, you may notice a different reaction between the gators and crocs you may have seen me catch on television and the gators you see in this pit. If I get this close, wild alligator or crocodile, it's going to do one of 2 things. I guarantee you, neither of which is this. He's going to either A, make a huge explosive move to attack me, but that's out of self-defense. That's him thinking, I'm the threat, I'm the predator. But more than likely, for that same reason, they'll make an equally explosive move, but only to escape. Either way, there'll be some massive explosion of energy. Massive explosion of energy. There it is. Wow, wow. So scary. All right, these guys don't do a whole lot of that stuff. They don't do that because almost every gator in this pit has been here long enough to realize that I am not going to hurt them. Once that kind of settles in, there is no real motivation to make these huge explosive movements they're so famous for. Every time you see a wild alligator or a crocodile, for that matter, making those explosive movements, that is absolutely exhausting to do. These guys are ectothermic or cold-blooded. They really only have a handful of those moves before their bodies begin to build up with lactic acid, and eventually they can really move. So these guys all know that the worst possible outcome that could ever happen is me sitting on the back over here for like 10 minutes, telling some really bad jokes. It is not worth fighting me all out for the next 15 minutes, then being totally exhausted for the next hour or 2, while the lactic acid slowly remetabolizes. Just not worth the trade-off. If there's one thing they're good at, besides ruining my life, it's conserving energy. You look at a good-sized gator, like Mr. Fahrenheit here, Darth Gator, Godzilla, Snoopy. These guys can easily go 4 or 5 months with no food at all. This is what they do for a living, and they're really, really good at it. Doesn't mean they love me and we're friends, or we take windy walks together at night. Trust me, Fahrenheit doesn't love me. Not like he used to. I still remember a time when you and I would we used to sit, we would talk for hours. You know, lately I feel like we don't even communicate. Look, even now, I'm trying to reach out and you withdraw. You know, I can't fix it if I don't know what's broken. Please say something. I'm giving up on you. No, you know what the really sad part is? The sad part is I have these conversations with Fahrenheit when nobody else is even here. Now again, they don't like me. They obviously don't really dislike me. This is actually a lot like my parents' house around Christmas time. Nobody kind of tolerates me because they feel obligated. Now I do have a certain rotation system I use to try to make sure each gator only does one show throughout the day. It's actually Sebastian's show. Sebastian is the newest gator we have in the pit that we actually use for shows. So if you came in looking for blood, this is probably your best shot. Don't get too excited, he's not that bad. Come on, Sebastian. Come on, let's go. No, showtime, knucklehead. Where you going, son? Hey, no, get over there. No, this way. Show's that way. Again, he's still new. He doesn't know where he's going. Okay, I'll just do it manually. You're about as helpful as a hemorrhoid right now. I'm going to be honest, okay? This gator's actually been dead for 2 weeks. Hey, until he starts to stink, I'm going to keep using him. Playing dead is Sebastian's best trick. There he goes, right to corpse. This is how we plant flowers down here. You notice the nice rose he makes. I was thinking of putting some begonias in here. That's a joke, you can't plant begonias in sand. Everybody knows that. Come here, give me that nose. Give me that nose. Sorry, Fahrenheit. Maybe you should have put a ring on it.
Oh my God.
I don't really get out much. Now, if you're a Seminole warrior, let's say back in the 1800s, you're out catching alligators, you're doing that to feed your family. But you always wanted to catch them alive. Alligator meat does spoil very quickly in the hot Florida sun. First thing you'd want to do is tie the jaws shut. A gator this size has about 2,000 pounds of crushing power per square inch of the jaws. That is enough to crush any bone in your body. Go ahead, show them. Just kidding. Tying the jaws by yourself could be a little challenging. You do need 2 hands to tie a good knot, and something has to hold that mouth closed while you're doing it, or you risk losing your fingers in the process. So the Seminoles came up with a technique they now refer to as bulldogging, holding the jaws closed with your chin and your chest. That would free your hands up, give you time to take out a lever or rope and tie a knot. If you want to take a picture, wait till both arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat.
Oh my God.
Usually when I tell the kids to just stay in school. Okay, take your pictures quicker, please. Take out a rope, a couple of wraps, tie a knot, a quick knot, and you have yourself a cotton-tied alligator. Now, judging by the complete lack of applause, I'm assuming you people are not really impressed with the alligator. That was really touching. That was really touching. There's really nothing better for my ego than any applause. Think about it. If you're looking for me after the show, I'll be checking into therapy. Trying to redeem myself in a minute or two. And you, if you tried to bite me, that could have looked exciting. It's like I'm trying to keep a dog in a bathtub sometimes. Now, briefly, we're going to touch on a few different parts of the alligator's anatomy. The eyes of an alligator are very well protected, very deep eye sockets. Anything were to threaten those eyes, they will drop to the bottom of the eye sockets on the way out. These bony, leathery eyelids come down to help protect them. Lower eyelids, like you and I have, and he also has that third eyelid called a nictitating membrane. It's a little transparent lens. You may have just seen move from front to back, then back to front. Let's show them on this side. Hey, listen. If you slap me in the butt with that tail, you better buy me dinner and tell me you love me first. Hey, I'm not a prude, but if you're going to spank me, I like some romance first, okay? No, otherwise you just feel cheap. Try it again on this side. Little trick. Nictitating membrane. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, sir. Acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes. Like I said, also acts as a pair of goggles for the alligator in the water. Behind the eyes, alligator's ears. These little flaps right here. Even with the small ears, they still hear just about as well as you and I on land. They also hear very well under the water. Between the ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, alligator's brain. Alligator's brain's about the size of my thumb. They say there's only one animal in the entire world that has a smaller brain to body size ratio, and of course is the alligator wrestler. I still don't get that joke. Bony plates you see all over the back, they are called scutes. They're solid bone osteoderms. They do two things for an alligator. Number one, it is armor plating, protects them from predators and other alligators during the territorial and mating disputes. It also acts as a solar panel. When it gets cold, these guys lay out in the sun with that dark black skin. The sun beats down, heats up that skin, and those scutes are all covered in little blood vessels. So that blood will heat up, circulate to the body, increasing the energy and metabolism. And you'll notice I said the skin was black and not green. Because almost every sign, almost every t-shirt, almost every cartoon, painting, stuffed animal, rubber toy, high school, college mascot, you've ever seen of an alligator, it's almost always green. I'm not too smart, but that grass is green. These guys are black.
Yeah.
Now what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capturing, of course, dangerous stunts, doing a couple of foolish things, like we'll do right now. First trick is called the Florida Smile, which is simply opening the alligator's mouth and he lets me.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
He's got 40 teeth on top and 40 teeth in the bottom. If you look in the back of his throat, it appears he has little to no throat opening.
Yeah.
He has an oversized palatal valve or glottis, which allows him to go underwater, capture food without drowning. He would usually then surface above the water to swallow that food. He likes to make it look dangerous sometimes. He's a bit of a showman. You do realize without me, you'd be a suitcase, right?
Oh my god.
Let's just follow the script. Hey, we're pretty much 0 for 2 on applause right now. It's just, hey, there we go. More pity applause. We'll both be in therapy after this one. All right, last trick we're going to do is what's called a face-off, because if by chance I do mess up, well, this is also going to show you exactly what a bachelor's degree in psychology is now worth. From the University of Massachusetts, anyway. My parents wasted a lot of money on college. You're still drinking in recovery? Still drinking, yeah. I don't drink. I've never tasted alcohol in my life. That's why I only did 1 semester at UMass Amherst. I didn't drink enough. They had to send me back to UMass Dartmouth. Yeah, my parents don't like the fact that I make bad jokes about wasting their money on college in a gator pit. I'm 52 years old. My dad's still telling me to give him his money back. Trust me, that would never happen. Last trick, no hero stuff. Yeah, my whole first semester at UMass Amherst, all I did was drive drunks around.
Drive trucks.
Sometimes people this smells amazing, by the way. Oh, I found my keys. That's not bad stuff. Get off the alligator. Best part of the show for me. Probably for some action too. Yeah, I like the way you walk, girl. Hey, $50 says you don't make the water. I'll make it 100. That's about what I thought. Amazing how fast they move, isn't it? Wow. See, now you can really appreciate why you have to run zigzag. Yeah, otherwise they'd never catch you. They started that whole thing. You ever heard of that? Just been alligator run zigzag? That is the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. And it's not your fault. They've been pushing that on tourists down here for like 50 years. Listen, don't run zigzag, just run.
Oh, just run.
I mean, if you're going to do anything, you trip the kids and you walk away with dignity. Not your own kids if you can help it. But if it comes down to it, come on, man. They are smaller and faster than we are. You get a much better chance. Look, that kid's so hopped up on Mountain Dew and Skittles right now, that gator has no chance. That kid will be doing that reverse matrix flip, running upside down. Gator's like, oh crap, it's on Skittles. Nobody got time for that. All right, guys. With that, that is the end of the show. Again, anything you put in the basket down there does go to help save more of these beautiful alligators, just like Sebastian. Always appreciate it. That's Sebastian, by the way. That's perfect. I dated them both in the past couple days. What time? Always appreciate that. Thanks for coming out, guys, and God bless.
Oh, Blake.
When you do head out, you're going to head out to my right, your left. Then they're going to call you that for the next 2 weeks at home. Skittles, clean your room. All right, depends. nice. If there's a hurricane, there's all 5 to go to my house. But other than that, they sleep here, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Put it in the bucket.
I'm gonna get bigger ones though. Those would fit.
What's in here? Oh, what is? It's another one.